That he could do it. We knew that he could do it. We were losing in Porto a couple of weeks ago, and in the last minute he went there and he almost scored. So we know that the big guy is capable of this. The quality of the service, of course, is the most important thing. You have to put the ball there. But it's an amazing goal for the guy.
When did you know you needed just one goal? When did you look at...
When I make the changes, the last changes, Ivanovic and Antonio Silva, I was told is enough. So let's close the door. When I make the changes a few seconds later, they tell me we need one more goal. But I cannot make more changes. So that was the lucky point to get a free kick that allow us to go there with the big guy.
Which is what you thought, what you sensed.
I'm sorry, the goalkeeper, and everybody knew it too. Everybody thought what Mourinho thought. The ball was hit to the goalkeeper, and we in the studio understood that they needed one more goal. He traps it with his chest to bring it down. That's sign number one of, all right, close up shop, it's good. And something happened. Obviously, somebody gave them the right information. But honestly, I think if they would have been eliminated, that's so embarrassing that they didn't have it right. Oh, what a ball. Oh! The goalie! No way! This is not real! This is not real! They knew! Sit down, they knew! But they knew! What was he doing on the other Calma! This is extraordinary!
Oh my God.
Anatoly Trubin!
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Wow. Oh, they're complaining about something.
How ridiculous that whole sequence was, because we were questioning whether they knew or they didn't know.
I didn't disagree. I was just explaining why I didn't move.
And all of that only tells part of the story, obviously, with winners and losers elsewhere. Stevie, Ali, obviously, I don't know, Joe and Rory. All of that pales against the Benfica goalkeeper, doesn't it?
I'm still buzzing with that. I thought
Anatoly Trubin.
But do you know something? We're sitting watching it, and I don't know, but I think we all kind of anticipated something was going to happen.
Feel it.
Because
Mourinho, you could just feel it.
Two Madrid players sent off. Jose twitching like I don't know what on the touchline.
He actually shouted just before it as well.
To go up.
You two stay. Get the goal.
No, Joe went. You two stay. Joe.
Yeah, let's have it right.
I'll give Anatoly a call afterwards.
I'm not sure he's picking up tonight, Joe.
Yeah. He will to me, Matt.
Brilliant.
As you pointed out, great night for Lisbon. Not that they will want each other to do well, but Sporting and Benfica have performed heroics.
Biggest disappointment tonight is that Sporting are through, and Sporting's biggest disappointment is that Benfica are through. But they've both done brilliantly. I mean, at that moment, you thought Benfica were done.
Yeah.
And for it to happen in that last kick of the game, 7th or 8th minute of 5 minutes of injury time, against Real Madrid, is extraordinary.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. And the biggest thing of all, beating Real Madrid, goalkeeper scoring, Rory the over stuff, it qualifies them.
Exactly. Knocks Marseille out by 1 goal.
Yeah.
So, the Mourinho factor, the whole thing's remarkable.
But it does make it sound like they sneaked through. They battered Real Madrid.
Right.
Yeah. They shouldn't have needed the goalkeepers to score in the last minute to do that. They were 2 or 3 goals better than Real Madrid tonight.
Yeah. I don't think domestically they've been pulling up any trees either.
Nope.
Jose, he had him in a training ground living there for a couple of weeks ago because he was unhappy with them. So it's not gone swimmingly, but
it's quite a nice training ground, to be fair.
Yeah. But having a manager like him, he can still inspire a performance from.
Well, and they could be drawn again in the playoffs. So Real Madrid will play either Benfica again or Bodo Glimt.
Yeah.
So
I hope so. I'd quite like to watch it again.
If tonight's any kind of guy, and of course Real Madrid were missing players with the 2 sent off tonight.
But what's brilliant is that Jose wouldn't let there be any bad blood. He wouldn't use that at all in the build-up. He'd just, he'd walk under the bridge, wouldn't he?
Bodo Glimt's last two victories. Yeah. Let's not forget that.
Yeah. And do you want to go up there in February?
That's what I mean.
Big coat territory, but even for you, big coat territory. Chelsea went to Naples and did the job, and in the end, in a bit of style, João Pedro to the fore.
It's a great performance. I said this isn't the Napoli team of 2 years ago where they were blitzing everyone in Serie A, but it's an Antonio Conte team. They've got quality. Liam's still getting his style of play, but the one thing is the character. Really, I would have thought a Chelsea team going behind. could have got rolled over a few months ago. So he's instilled something in him.
He did call it as well before the game, didn't he? He did say we might have to wait till late on if the game's in the balance. Napoli might start taking a few more risks, and then that might be the opportunity to win it. So tactically, you know, he's been spot on, to be fair to him.
At home by Olympiacos. They're in the playoffs. Ajax can't make it. Arsenal were already top of the tree. They've beaten Karat 3-2 at home. Gyökeres with one of those goals. Sporting, 3-2 winners at Athletic Club de Bilbao, and Sporting make the top 8, knocking some big fish out with that big win. Bodo Glimt with a second win after City last week. It's Atleti at home in the Metropolitano this week to make sure of their playoff place. Barca from behind have beaten Copenhagen 4-2. Benfica, as we've just seen, incredibly secure a playoff place with the 4-2 win against Real. Club Brugge knock out Marseille, who drop out altogether after a terrible week for the Zerbienko, and they're in the playoffs, the Belgians. Inter beat Dortmund by 2-0. First Di Marco and then Andy Diouf with an important win for the Italians. Spurs, of course, top 8. Thomas Frank smiling from ear to ear, I'm sure, with the 2-0 win in Germany. Leverkusen too good for Villarreal. Leverkusen in the playoffs. Liverpool, massive win, 6-0 against Karabag to finish very much in the top 8. City, the same story. They've done the job against Galatasaray. Haaland with first of those. No goals Monaco, and Juve not much to say. Chelsea with the big win at Napoli 2 for João Pedro. Pafos 4-1 winners against Slavia. Excellent night again for the Cypriots. 1-1 in Paris, which doesn't do either side a lot of good. Bayern with Musiala and then a peach from Kane beat PSV. They were already going to finish second. And Union Saint-Gilloise, it doesn't matter a huge amount to either side, but they will make the playoffs with the 1-0 win against Atalanta, who will also now be in that playoff group. So, if we can, we'll try and talk you through this. So Arsenal, 8 wins from 8. Bayern, 21 points from their 8 games played. And Liverpool up to 3rd. Another good campaign in the end in this group phase format for Arne Slot's side. Good night for the Premier League, as you can see, with Liverpool, Tottenham behind Arsenal, of course, Chelsea and Man City all making the top 8. So talk earlier of 3 or maybe 4 Premier League teams automatic qualifiers for the round of 16. Need to be more optimistic, don't we? Newcastle, I'm afraid, miss out. They are, though, in the playoffs with that clutch of big hitters. Real Madrid, Inter, PSG, Newcastle, Juve, Atleti, Atalanta and Leverkusen. They will all be seeded teams, remember, in the playoffs. And then the rest of the teams, from Dortmund all the way down to the heroics of Benfica, they will be in the competition. They will be the unseeded sides in those playoff games next month. And then Marseille down to Kairat Almaty. I'm afraid that's your lot for the Champions League this season. That includes, of course, Napoli beaten tonight.